Hello, my name is John Suffield, and I am a fifth-year senior of the graduating class of 2024, majoring in art and theater. Newman was not my first choice of a college. In fact, it wasn't even on my radar. My original plan was to get my gen eds done at Butler, then finish my degree at WSU. But God had different plans. Newman was the only place out of all the campuses I visited that I felt truly at home and wholeheartedly welcomed. I felt drawn here, like Newman was the place I was meant to be, and indeed it was. I started out my college journey at Newman on the bowling team, under the amazing guidance of Billy Murphy, who taught me what it means to never give up and never settle for less. I also had a chance to be in Elf the Musical, and Mark Manette's adaptation of Dante's Inferno. It was actually during a performance of that show that my life changed forever. Sitting in the wing of the performance hall, waiting for my cue to enter, I heard God's voice as sudden and frightening as a freight train hitting a passing deer. It nearly knocked me out of my chair, and it was obvious he wanted me to go to seminary. 6 months, many meetings, paperwork, and the start of a pandemic later, I found myself in the St. Joseph House of Formation. Waking up at 5:30 a.m., attending 6 a.m. Mass, and switching to philosophy classes were not easy changes at first. But with God's help, I made it through an entire year of seminary, and I wouldn't take that back for anything. Not only did I find a greater love for my faith and a new wonder for the world around me, but I found me. I never truly knew who I was or what I wanted in life, but with the help of seminary, I finally knew. After discerning out, I went into the workforce, working part-time at Lowe's the first semester and full-time at a vinyl manufacturing company the second. I almost didn't come back to Newman for my fourth year. I almost didn't come back at all. Between the money and freedom working full-time entailed, I felt content. But a part of me knew I needed to finish what I started, so I returned. And thank God I did, for if I hadn't, I would have missed the person who made every hardship, every late night, and every difficult project since returning to Newman all worth it. The first time I truly noticed her, she was crying at the back of the chapel after adoration during a campus ministry retreat. More than a year and a half later, I hope to spend the rest of my life with her. Now here I am, with a degree of difference, many new friends, the love of my life, and a relationship with God that will only continue to grow. You ask me, what has my Newman experience meant to me? The answer is, my Newman experience is like the priceless pearl mentioned in the Gospels. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I will cherish every moment this college has given me. Every late night working on theater sets, having deep conversations. Every time a professor I admire inspired me to strive to be my best. Every deep prayer and solemn mass. Newman University has made more than just a degree of difference in my life. It has made me who I am. A man who loves God and others as himself. I will leave you with a quote from my favorite movie, The Dead Poets Society. I never knew what this really meant until my loving professors made the quote come to life. Dr. Dietrich, Father Adam, Lisa Kellerby, Dr. McFall, Dr. Umbarger, Professor Crane, Shannon Johnston, Mark Manette, Deanne Zogelman, Dr. Brungart, Bo Bonner, and many more. This is for you. We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are all noble pursuits necessary to sustain life. But love, poetry, beauty, romance, these are what we stay alive for. To quote Whitman, "O me, O life, of the questions of these reoccurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life?" Answer, that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? Thank you.